Hello, dearies, and welcome to Sapphire Alchemist Review of Once Upon a Time, Season 3, Episode 2, titled Lost Girl. So we're back with Emma, Mary Margaret, David, Regina, and Hook continue to search for Harry in Neverland. We then have Peter Pan, while everybody's sleeping, apparently everybody's sleeping, so only Emma apparently hears like somebody, up in the woods. So she goes to investigate. Peter Pan comes before her and says, "Hey, I can help you. Guess what? I will give you a map that will help reveal your son's whereabouts. But the only way for the map to appear to Emma is when she stops denying who she really is and comes to grips with her true feelings about her identity." So she's like, mm-hmm. So it's, then he goes and off do his little disappearing thing because he's Peter freaking Pan. So she ends up showing everybody the map once they're fully arrested and whatnot. And Regina Moore is like, okay, why don't I just use my magic to, reveal whatever on the map and lead us to Henry? And they're like, no, because obviously, you and your magic, has gotten you into a little bit too much trouble. So then we have Emma sitting with the Nana in front of her. We have a parent sitting in front of her. I'm like, I'm sorry, but David, especially Mary Margaret, when it comes to the relationship with her daughter Emma, it's just I could really feel. I don't know what to say. It's just like I don't know, because you can really tell that Mary Margaret, aka Snow White, really wants to develop this relationship with her daughter. You could just see it in her face when she glows. I mean, Jennifer Goodwin is like a really good actress in this series, in this show. I mean, her and especially her and Lana Paletta, and the guy who plays Robert Siskin and Robert Carly. I'm gonna have to say they are so far my favorite actors on this show. Seriously, I just fall in love with them. Anyway, so Mom Snow is like looking on intently at her daughter, trying to help out, stuff like moms do. She's like, go on, it's okay, calm down. She's just doing her little mom thing. And was like, okay, I'm Emma, I'm Bill Bosman, I'm looking for my son Henry. So then she's like, okay, let me try something. And like, try something, that's not all who you are. So they're like, okay, my parents is Prince Charming and Snow White. That's kind of weird. I was born in the forest. That doesn't work. So, Regina's like, oh my god. You know what? Just give me this freaking map. I'm gonna use my magic on it. So she using the magic since it was given to her by Peter Pan. She decides I'm gonna use a locator spell. What? So then the thing starts glowing and it leads them off down this pathway. Meanwhile, we have Rumpelstiltskin, aka Mr. Gold. He's off, by himself, and he still has the toy in his hand. The toy was given to him by his father, which, who pretty much just banned him and his mother. And then we have Belle come up. So he's like, for first, Rumpelstiltskin don't believe that Belle is actually here. Like, okay, it's Peter Pan. We all know Peter Pan's a little mischievous. So he's like, okay, you playing joke with me? And she's like, no, I'm actually in the storybook, but you conjured me here. Kind of like, what's the word? It's like I know the word is like in my head, but I can't get it off the tip of my tongue. Like a vision or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he talks to her while try to get out that you want to be a good son for your son Belfry, and you want to be a good grandfather to Henry. But with Rumpelstiltskin, he doesn't want to end up like he doesn't want to pretty much let the past repeat itself by when his dad left him. And well, technically, the past did sort of repeat itself because he did just let go of his son because he was a coward because he didn't want to go to a world without magic. Which in Neil's case, he ended up still going to a world with sort of magic because he went to London, and then there was Peter Pan, and he also met Hook. So yeah, I mean, he eventually does go to our world, a world without magic. But his first world he went to was a world without magic. Well, technically, our world does have magic. We just don't see it. Anyway, so we have Rumpelstiltskin coming to grips with I'm trying to don't be like his daddy. So he ends up going to the cliff and throwing the little toy away. So as he continues on his journey, and he sees something fall from the sky, why? Guess what? It's that freaking toy again. So he's like, okay, what the hell? So then he burned the goddamn thing. He takes another step forward. It's back toward him. I'm like, okay, this toy apparently does not want to be lost. So he just tucks it away into his pocket and keeps on trucking. Meanwhile, we have Regina and the gang, and they finally follow the map that leads to Peter Pan. Peter Pan's like, that's not how you going to find Henry. Being all freaking like he needs an effing whipping. I'm sorry. Peter Pan and Lost Boys need their ass whipped. I'm sorry. I don't care if y'all on Neverland when you never grow old. You need a whipping. You need a whipping. So anyway, then he didn't some of his Lost Boys, and everybody gets a fight. And Peter Pan tells Emma once again, stop denying who you are. And then she ends up almost stopping herself from killing this kid. And Peter Pan calls his people back, and he head off. So, Emma, goes and sits down on like this rock or something. David's gonna go talk to her, but Emma, Mary Margaret, Mama said like, let me talk to her. This is my daughter's time. This is a mother daughter moment. She goes down and talks to her daughter and says, I know, pretty much, tries to get her open up. So as she starts opening up, Emma says that, her mother asks her, why didn't she kill the boy? And she's like, when I looked at him, she pretty much saw herself when she looked in the eyes of despair. I had it back when I was in the foster system, just a little lost girl who didn't matter and didn't think she ever would. A little girl who cried herself to sleep at night because she wanted her parents so bad and could never understand why they gave it up. Mary Margaret replies, and then you found us and it was too late. Emma replies, it's just on this island I don't feel like a hero or a savior. I just feel like what I've always been, an orphan. So as she makes this confession of how she always felt, the map reveals itself because that's who she really is, an orphan. She's not the hero, she's not the savior, she's not the princess, the daughter of Snow White and Prince Charming of the Enchanted Forest. She is an orphan who was abandoned by her parents, even though it was for her safety. She was abandoned by Pinocchio, her guardian. She was abandoned in life. She was abandoned by Neil. She abandoned Henry at a young age, and he came back to her. Queenie! Oh, sorry, my cat bit me. She's an orphan. Ow. She's an orphan. So as she makes that revelation, the map works. Everybody's like, yeah, okay, let's go off to find Henry. Meanwhile, Prince Charming is hiding something because he ain't want to tell. He don't want to worry his wife and his daughter and the villains Hook and Regina. He goes, off to the secluded area behind the tree. Lifts up the shirt. He got wounded because Hook says early in the episode that okay, remember the episode in which he poisoned Mr. Gold? Okay, that poison came from this plant in Neverland, and it's like really really poisonous, and those boys also use it too. They coat their swords in it, so while they was fighting, Charmer got nicked, and so now the poison, he's like nicked right under his, try to figure out, his chest, below, like around his rib cage area, below his shoulder. No, not be shoulder. Yeah, like if he had breasts, his well, men do have breasts, but below his breast, that rib area. So he's nicked right there, and so now the poison spreading through him. So that sucks. That's pretty much all present day Neverland. In terms of what's going on with our characters in. And also within the show, we have a flashback. Yay! And so the flashback is back when starts with Prince Charming awakening Snow White with true love's kiss. I like when I really do love it when they go, "You found me." I don't know what it is about that slogan within the show, but I just love it. Could it be like, "You found me. Would you doubt I would?" It's just like so dramatic to me. I just love it. I just really love it. I really do. Anyway, so we start off with them after he wakes her up. And we then have Snow White and Charming pretty much trying to rally the people of, the Enchanted Force like, yeah, we gotta fight the queen. So they like, you know, she pretty much punches on tennis like, who's willing to fight the queen? Then I'm gonna be like, ooh, I don't know about that. I'm like, really, really, you can't be talking about so yeah. Then when she says get ready, time to fight, you're like, oh, I don't know about that. So then we have the queen come up, and the queen, I'm sorry, Lana Perella's character, Regina, the Evil Queen, she has some of the best dresses in this show. I love all her outfits. Like, seriously, they need to have like a Once Upon a Time collection that's inspired by the characters of the show, especially the Evil Queen. Because if I could get some of those clothes she got on, boy, I'll be looking fierce. I'll be fierce. That need to have like that need to be like on the runway, the Once Upon a Time collection. Snow White, Evil Queen, Rumpelstiltskin, Charming, Emma Swan, Hook. Ooh, yeah. I'm just saying, you know, that'd be a cool fashion collection. Anyway, so we have the queen come on. She like pretty much gives the princess an ultimatum. Okay, I know I can't kill you because it didn't work. I know I can't keep you away from him. It didn't work. So she's like, you know what? I need you to denounce your pretty much her natural. I always hate when I have the word on tip of my tongue. Her rightful, because Snow White is the rightful heir to the throne, so she wants her to renounce that and let her pretty much be queen, and you could go off with Prince Charming and your little dwarves off into exile, pretty much. And she, you know, Queen like, okay, I'm gonna give you some time to think about it, but every time with the longer you take, I'm gonna kill somebody. So then Snow White's like, you know what? She's right. You know what? She's right. She's. Then she quotes. She has a point. I'm no queen. I'm no leader. I'm just a girl who lost her parents, ran away into the woods, and became a bandit. Prince Charming replies, "You're Snow White." Snow White replies, "Yes." And the truth is, I don't even know who that is. So pretty much, she has pretty much has no belief nor faith in herself. So Charming decides to go to Rumpelstiltskin, and Rumpelstiltskin's kind of annoyed. He's like, "Okay, dude, I already helped you wake up your princess. Why the hell you keep bothering me? I'm trying to suffer here. I'm trying to sow gold, man. I'm trying to sow me some gold, okay?" So he's like, I'll give you whatever you want, because everybody knows magic always comes with a price, theory. And so Rumpelstiltskin ends up telling him something. So then we have Prince Charming go to Snow White and leads her to Excalibur from United K. I'm looking for her. I'm going to California. Excalibur. Yes, so he leads her to the sword Excalibur, wielded by the legendary King Arthur of Camelot. And so, Snow White takes it out sword out the stone, and she's like, all right, now she knows, now like she got Excalibur. She's like, all right, I'm ready to face the queen. Now she all bucked up. So the queen comes back like, okay, Snow, have you made your decision? And Snow like, you know what? No, I'm Snow White. I'm the rightful queen to the freaking Enchanted Forest, and I will fight for my goddamn king. I will fight for my people. And then everybody got buzzed like, yeah. So Regina's like, oh, really, 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 oh, really? Okay, I see how that is. And she gets ready to choke the little girl, and then someone rushes towards her, and then the queen, she disappears in her poof of purple, smoke stuff, and so much swings the sword around and nicks her in the queen in the face, and the queen's like, you say it's gonna face like, no, she didn't. And then pretty much queen run away, and everybody's like, yay, Snow, woo, yeah, Snow. So she, that pretty much, I guess, it's Nick and the queen. That was enough to pump up the townspeople, like, yeah, woohoo, yeah, Snow. So Snow White decides to go to Rumpelstiltskin and decides that whatever deal he made with Charming, he can make with her. Rumpelstiltskin then reveals that the sword she has in her hand is not the real Excalibur, because if it was the real Excalibur, he wouldn't be able to dissolve it. So then he takes her mother's necklace, the only thing she has left of her mother, because she wasted his time. Rumpelstiltskin. So then Snow goes back to Charming, who's sitting down cheering with the dwarves. She is pissed about, oh my god, it's not the real Excalibur, and he goes to explain that he needed to get her to believe in herself, because she didn't have it anymore. She lost it. So that she needed to believe in her. That it was not the sword that gave her the confidence to stand up to the queen. It was the belief in herself. And so then she kisses him. I'm like, oh, so beautiful. And then that's pretty much all that for the flashback moment. So that was the entire recap of Once Upon a Time episode 2, The Lost Girl. And next week is titled Quite a Common Fairy, and we're going to see Tinkerbell. Woo-hoo! And apparently, given the fact with the previews, apparently Regina is not very good at making friends, because apparently she pissed off Tinkerbell. I can't wait to see what happened with her and the Little Mermaid, because we know she dealt with some sort of mermaid, because she mentioned it in season 2. She had a little something with a Little Mermaid, so I'm guessing she might be Ursula in the terms of the Little Mermaid story. Because, I mean, Rumpelstiltskin was the Beast in the story of Beauty and the Beast, as well as his own storyline, Rumpelstiltskin. So, a lot of these characters, they end up playing, 2 of one character, But anyway, that was recap of The Lost Girl, which is pretty good. Can't wait for... I can't wait. Literally, I can't wait for Tinkerbell. I do believe in fairies. I do. I'm curious. I'm kind of curious because how she ended up with this version of Peter Pan. Oh, and also, before I finish, another funny thing is when Hook asked Emma about when Emma said, well, Peter Pan is not like his stories, and he's like, because everybody knows Peter Pan that we know. We know it from Disney's. Well, I would say Disney's Peter Pan is probably the most popular version. He's a boy who never want to grow up, fun, chilling with a lot of boys, and a cute little fairy Tinkerbell. Okay, we know Peter Pan is this like mischievous, cute little kid. In this version, he's obviously this little badass, like fucking from the children at the corn. So Hook pretty much asked Emma, pretty much how is he described in these fairy tales of Peter Pan? When Emma replies, well, if you like having a mustache, permed hair, and pearls, then And Hook says, well, I guess by your tone, perms is bad. Yes, perms is bad because you're pretty much a pussy. Excuse my language, but you're pretty much a coward in our version of Peter Pan. It's me. Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Now go away, you crocodile. Go away. Shoot. Oh yeah, Pop Silk is also a crocodile in the Peter Pan tale. So see, characters can sometimes play multiple characters from other storylines. Because I remember I was reading a comment on Facebook, and they were like, what characters would you like to see in Once Upon a Time? A lot of people like, oh, I want to see Beauty and the Beast. Ooh, I want to see the crocodile. I'm like, obviously, you cannot be fans of the show if you have not been watching season 1 up until 3, because Rumpelstiltskin is the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, along with the crocodile from Peter Pan. Like, people, do you even watch the freaking show? Like, seriously? Oh my god. And people talking about, oh yeah, let's add in Greek mythology. No. Because that would not flow. We don't need gods. The Arthurian mythology works, because it still has the wizard, thing, Merlin, But trying to add in something like Greek mythology, it just won't work. Because Greek mythology, it pretty much includes gods. Gods will be more powerful than Regina and Rumpelstiltskin, and they won't be able to, especially if they're evil like Hades or something, they won't be able to kill them. You can't kill a freaking god. It's like let's throw in Jesus freaking Christ and Satan. What the hell? That has nothing to do with Once Upon a Time, the fairy tales, okay? We're dealing with fairy tales, okay? Keep freaking gods out of this. We don't need gods. We're gonna stick with the fairy tales, Grimm, and Arthurian mythology. Well, technically it's a fairy tale because there's no such thing as Camelot or Avalon or Excalibur or King Arthur. They're just tales. So anyway, that's a recap of Lost Girl episode 2 of Once Upon a Time. See you later, berries.